Imagine a place, a million acres of wild, tangled forest in southern New Jersey, where the land seems to stretch on forever, untouched and mysterious. Here, the horizon is swallowed by endless trees, and the world feels ancient, as if time itself moves slower beneath the canopy. This is the Pine Barrens, dense pitch pines and oaks, their branches twisted into strange shapes by wind and weather, the ground soft with sand and needles. The forest floor is a patchwork of shadows and light where every step muffles underfoot. Rivers stained dark by cedar roots snake through the landscape, their waters slow and mysterious. And fog often rolls in, swallowing sunlight and distorting sound. The air grows heavy, and the world narrows to what you can see and hear in the mist. Here, history and mystery are tangled together, and the silence feels like it's listening. Every shadow seems to hold a secret, every clearing a story waiting to be told. It's easy to get lost, to wander off the trail and find yourself surrounded by identical trees, no landmarks, no way back. The forest can feel endless, and the deeper you go, the more the outside world fades away. For centuries, the Pine Barrens have been a refuge for outcasts and a breeding ground for legends. Isolated settlements and weathered cabins tell stories of those who sought shelter here, far from prying eyes. Locals, Pineys, whisper stories of strange lights, eerie sounds, and something much older lurking in the woods. Around campfires, tales are passed down, growing stranger with each retelling. The air is thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, and every shadow seems to move just out of sight. The forest feels alive, as if it's watching, waiting for nightfall. The silence is broken only by the wind or a distant bird, but every rustle makes you wonder what's watching from the darkness. Even the smallest sound can set your heart racing. This is a place that gets under your skin, a place where legends are born and reality blurs with myth. The Pine Barrens linger in your memory, haunting and unforgettable. The Pine Barrens is more than just a forest, it's a living, breathing mystery, a world apart from the ordinary, and in its heart, something waits, hidden by the mist and the encroaching darkness, daring you to step closer and discover its secrets. For over 2 centuries, people living near the mysterious Pine Barrens have reported a chilling sound, a scream, high-pitched and unnatural that seems to pierce the night and freeze the blood of anyone who hears it. The stories always begin the same way, with an eerie silence, broken by that unearthly cry echoing through the trees. They call it the Jersey Devil, a name whispered in fear around campfires and written in the margins of old books. The legend has been told and retold for generations, growing with each retelling, evolving but always terrifying, always leaving listeners glancing over their shoulders. It's more than just a ghost story. It's a piece of American folklore that refuses to die, woven into the very fabric of the region's history and identity. Some dismiss it as a relic of colonial superstition, a tale invented to explain the unknown, while others insist there's something real lurking in those woods. Even today, new reports surface, strange clawed tracks in the mud, a winged shape swooping across a lonely road, a blood-curdling scream echoing through the woods when no one else is around. These modern encounters keep the legend alive, blurring the line between myth and reality, and making people wonder if the Jersey Devil is more than just a story. To truly understand the Jersey Devil, you have to put yourself there. Alone in the Barrens, fog rolling in, the air thick with tension, your headlights barely cutting through the gloom. Your car stalls unexpectedly. The forest is silent, and then, from the darkness, you hear that scream, unnatural, echoing, impossible to ignore. In that moment, the legend doesn't feel like a story anymore. It feels real, immediate, and terrifying. The question isn't just what you believe, it's what you'd do if you heard it, alone and vulnerable in the heart of the Barrens. Would you run, or would you listen? Would you dare to face the unknown, or would you become just another part of the legend? What is the Jersey Devil? Ask a dozen witnesses and you'll get a dozen versions, but the core image is always the same. A creature that has haunted the imaginations of many for centuries. A nightmare hybrid, a horse-like head with glowing red eyes, horns, and a long serpentine neck. A visage that sends shivers down the spine. Its body is thin and kangaroo-like, standing on two powerful cloven-hoofed legs, legs that seem built for both speed and stealth. Massive leathery bat wings sprout from its back, and a forked tail whips behind, wings that could carry it silently through the night sky. The sound of hooves on rooftops, the flash of red eyes in the night, these details repeat across generations. Stories passed down, each more chilling than the last. It's not a misunderstood animal, it's a monster, the embodiment of fear itself. A creature born from the darkest corners of human imagination. The Jersey Devil is a creature that defies explanation, a living nightmare stitched together from the darkest corners of the imagination. A legend that continues to evolve. It's a legend that refuses to fade, haunting the woods and the minds of those who enter, a story that lingers in the shadows of the Pine Barrens. Whether real or imagined, its image is unforgettable, a figure that remains etched in the collective memory. The Jersey Devil is the shadow at the edge of the firelight, the thing you hope isn't real, the embodiment of every childhood fear, but in the Pine Barrens, some say it is. A chilling reminder that some legends are born from truth. Every monster has an origin, and the Jersey Devil's is pure American folklore. In 1735, in Leeds Point, Mother Leeds, overwhelmed and desperate, cursed her 13th child, "Let this one be a devil." That stormy night, her wish came true. The child was born monstrous horse's head, bat wings, cloven hooves. It shrieked, attacked those present, then escaped up the chimney and vanished into the storm. From that night, the 13th child became the Jersey Devil, haunting the Pine Barrens ever since. A mother's curse, a creature of nightmare, and a legend that would never die. The Pine Barrens had its monster. The Jersey Devil didn't fade into myth. It was seen, feared, and hunted. Farmers found mutilated livestock, blaming a winged beast glimpsed at the forest's edge. In 1803, Commodore Stephen Decatur reportedly fired a cannon at the creature, without effect. Sightings spread to towns, rooftops, screams in the night, panic in the streets. Posses armed with muskets and pitchforks scoured the woods, but the devil always vanished. The legend grew, fueled by fear and first-hand accounts. The creature was called the Leeds Devil, the Devil of the Pines, but the description never changed. It was a real threat to the people of southern New Jersey, a monster at the edge of civilization. The fear was real, and the legend only grew stronger. The Jersey Devil was here to stay. January 1909, panic swept the Delaware Valley. For 7 days, the Jersey Devil was everywhere. Strange tracks in the snow, sightings in over 30 towns. Cloven footprints appeared on rooftops, over fences, even across rivers. Impossible for any known animal. Police, hunters, and terrified townsfolk all saw the same thing, a winged beast with a horse-like head and a scream that froze the blood. Schools closed, factories shut down, and armed posses roamed the woods. Newspapers fanned the hysteria and the region ground to a halt. Then as suddenly as it began, it ended. The tracks vanished. The sightings stopped. The Great Week of 1909 left a permanent scar on the region's memory. The Jersey Devil was no longer just a story. It was a phenomenon. The evidence, tracks, screams, mass panic, was undeniable, even if the creature itself remained a mystery. The legend had never been more real. The Pine Barrens would never be the same, and the devil's shadow lingered. The 1909 panic was the peak, but sightings never stopped. Pins on a map show a dense cluster in the Pine Barrens, but reports radiate out for miles. The devil is seen on lonely roads, in suburban backyards, and deep in the woods. Campers hear it scream, drivers glimpse its wings, and strange tracks appear near campsites. As suburbs grew, so did the legend. Now families, not just hunters, reported encounters. In 1960, a $10,000 bounty was offered for its capture, sparking monster hunts and renewed fear. Even today, blurry photos and shaky videos surface, fueling debate. The Jersey Devil adapts, surviving in stories and sightings, refusing to fade away. It's a legend that haunts New Jersey, one chilling encounter at a time. What is the Jersey Devil really? Explanations abound. Some say it's a case of mistaken identity, cranes, owls, or deer glimpsed in the fog. Others blame folklore and mass hysteria, a cautionary tale that spiraled into panic. The 1909 events could be mass psychology, fueled by fear and sensational headlines. Some insist it's supernatural, a demon, a harbinger, or a cryptid from another age. Cryptozoologists suggest a prehistoric survivor hidden in the Barrens. No theory explains everything, and the legend endures. The Jersey Devil remains a mystery, part animal, part myth, all fear. So where does that leave us? A legend born of a curse, a monster with centuries of sightings, and a mystery that won't die. We have tracks, panic, and stories woven into New Jersey's identity. Maybe it's a story that became real through fear and imagination. Maybe it's something else, an unknown creature, a biological anomaly, or a shadow in the woods. The Pine Barrens is a place where anything feels possible, where the line between fact and folklore blurs. The Jersey Devil's power lies in the possibility that we can't disprove it. It's the fear of the unknown, the sense that something is watching from the darkness. Next time you're alone in the woods, listen for the sound that doesn't belong. Whether monster or myth, the Jersey Devil is still out there waiting in the shadows. The only question is, what do you believe?